Title: The Haunting Highway. The moon hung low in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the desolate highway as I embarked on a late-night drive home. The rain pelted against my windshield, creating a rhythmic symphony of tapping sounds that only added to the unsettling ambiance. I had driven this route countless times, but tonight, something felt different. As I pressed on the accelerator, the rain intensified, making it challenging to see more than a few feet ahead. My headlights struggled to pierce the thick curtain of darkness, revealing glimpses of the seemingly endless road. The occasional flash of lightning illuminated the surroundings, causing shadows to dance menacingly on the edge of my vision. Feeling a tinge of unease, I turned on the car radio for some distraction, but instead of music or chatter, all I heard was static. I fiddled with the knobs, trying to find a station, but every frequency was overridden by the same crackling white noise. Uneasiness gnawed at me, and I tightened my grip on the steering wheel. Was it just a coincidence, or was there something more sinister at play? My heart pounded in my chest, and I felt a chill crawl up my spine, as if unseen eyes were watching me from the darkness. I glanced at the rearview mirror, catching a glimpse of my own reflection. For a moment, it seemed distorted, as if there was a shadowy figure lingering behind me. I quickly turned my attention back to the road, dismissing the thought as my imagination running wild. As I continued my journey, I noticed strange shapes darting across the road ahead. Animals, I assumed, trying to find shelter from the relentless rain. But as I got closer, the figures appeared less like animals and more like human silhouettes. My heart skipped a beat, and I instinctively hit the brakes, the tires screeching on the wet asphalt. I brought the car to a halt, my breath shallow and rapid. It couldn't be real. It must be a trick of the stormy weather. But there, just beyond my headlights, I saw them again. Shadowy figures moving with unnatural speed. Panic began to take hold, and I considered turning back, but I was too far from the nearest town to do so. With trembling hands, I resumed driving, trying to convince myself that it was just my imagination playing tricks on me. However, every few miles, I caught sight of those haunting apparitions, lingering at the edge of the road, following me like phantoms in the night. The rain showed no signs of letting up, and the deafening silence inside the car was broken only by the monotonous patter of raindrops. Fear settled into the pit of my stomach, and I felt a growing sense of isolation on that dark and forsaken stretch of road. Suddenly, my headlights illuminated a dilapidated roadside motel. Its faded neon sign flickered ominously, promising shelter from the storm. As desperate as I was to escape the unsettling night drive, I hesitated. The place looked abandoned, and something about it felt off, but I had no other option. I parked the car and approached the front office. The creaking door groaned open, revealing a dimly lit room with peeling wallpaper and old, dusty furniture. A bell rang as I entered, though I saw no one behind the counter. "Hello?" I called out, my voice echoing through the empty space. No response. I glanced around nervously, contemplating leaving, but the storm outside had intensified, and I couldn't bear to face those ghostly figures again. Reluctantly, I decided to take a room for the night, hoping for a few hours of rest before daylight returned. The room was as dismal as the lobby, with a musty odor that permeated the air. I locked the door and tried to settle in, but my nerves were on edge. As I lay on the bed, I could swear I heard whispers in the walls, a haunting symphony of voices carried by the wind. My mind played tricks on me, conjuring images of those shadowy figures that had followed me on the road. The night dragged on, each second feeling like an eternity, until exhaustion eventually pulled me into an uneasy sleep. When the morning light finally broke through the curtains, I breathed a sigh of relief. The storm had subsided, and the world felt more familiar in the daylight. I hurriedly packed my belongings, eager to put the night's horrors behind me. As I left the motel, the memory of the night drive haunted me. Was it all a nightmare, or had I truly encountered something inexplicable on that forsaken stretch of road? I couldn't shake the feeling that the night had changed me somehow, that I had glimpsed a hidden world beyond our comprehension. From that day on, I avoided driving on that highway at night, haunted by the ghostly memories of that creepy night drive that went so horribly wrong. The experience left me with a lingering sense of unease, a constant reminder that sometimes the shadows hold secrets we may never fully understand.